Hey y'all, Becca here. Welcome to your weekly guidance for the week of May the 1st. My God, where is this year going? Sheesh. May the 1st, 2022. I hope you guys had a great weekend. I hope you got some rest. I hope you got to go lay down. Okay? Go lay down. um, Before we get started with these messages, please keep in mind that they are general messages, so they may or may not resonate. If they do not, take what you need, the rest, because they're general. If they do, make sure you hit me in the comments and let me know how they resonated, okay? My books are actually closed for the month of May, possibly June. So if you are looking for some extra guidance throughout your week outside of these messages, I do post messages for the signs on TikTok. So make sure you go check out my TikTok. It's at Holy Mecca. I do all of the things over there. Okay, so let's get into these messages. I'm really excited because I'm using a new deck. And we're going to get into it. I already have the base card pulled. We're going to pull the supporting cards on camera. And I'm going to try to slow down this week because I know you guys told me that y'all like the longer videos. So I'm going to try not to rush. But I also don't want to make it too long, okay? So the card that we have for this week is completion. And I guess I should show y'all the deck that I'm using. The new deck that I'm using is the Chalks of King Congo. Okay, I love this deck. Love it, love it, love it. I had my eyes on it for a while and I finally got it. So, the card that we have is completion. So, this week, you may see the culmination of a lot of things coming to completion. Cycles are ending. I know that sounds real, like, basic and juju-ish, but there are cycles that are completing, and a lot of us are currently still wrapping up things that happened toward the end of last year, right? So we see those cycles coming into completion and new things starting to begin. But for a lot of us, we could also be feeling like we're in that in-between space that I talk about a lot, right? That people don't really want to discuss. That in-between space where you haven't quite gotten to where you feel like you want to be, but there are cycles and things that are closing and you're just stuck in the middle of that, okay? So we're going to read about completion, and then we are going to pull some supporting cards to dig a little deeper, okay? So completion says, all has come together. Celebrate your accomplishments. Whatever you have been working on, get ready to reap the benefits. You have done the work and you have finished what you have started. Bask in the achievement, take time to rest, and prepare for the beginning of the next cycle. Other meanings of this card are two bodies coming to one spirit. A marriage, a union, or a partnership may be at hand. A person, place, or thing has run its course. Tie loose ends and move on. Congratulations, you've learned the lessons and passed the test. Now on to the next level. As one cycle ends, another one begins. Prepare for your next move. Dig deeper. And these are questions that I've been using for journal prompts, so you may want to do the same. How do you acknowledge when a cycle has ended or another one has begun? Do you celebrate your accomplishments, or are you preoccupied with working towards your next goal? What are the root causes of your deferred dreams? Okay, so I know the card talks about completion, but while I was reading that, I also started to think about how it is that we can be more present during these completions, right? We all know that we are in eclipse season. Things are changing. Cycles are ending. I know y'all get tired of me saying that, but we're in, again, that in-between phase, right? So tying up loose ends, make sure things are completely closed out. But it's easy for us to get so focused on the next project, the next thing, the next phase, the next area of our life, to where we don't really take the time to be present in all of the endings before we move on to new things. So this week, I urge you to take some time to be present and take some time to really realize or notice what cycles are ending for you, what things are tying themselves out and closing out, and how you could be more present in order to move more efficiently into these new beginnings, right? Because a lot of times we don't take the time to pat ourselves on the back, and we just kind of go from one thing to another, right? So take some time to just be present this week, okay? Spirit, what messages do you have Okay, there's 3 right there, and I'm gonna take them. Haha, that's funny. Okay, so we have the 7 of Pentacles. We have the 4 of Pentacles. And we have the Sun. Okay, bottom of the deck, we have the 4 of Swords. Okay, so remember I said at the beginning of the reading, before I even got into the reading, where I was greeting y'all and I was like, I hope y'all had a chance to go lay down. Again, and I think I said this in a previous reading, like a couple of weeks ago, a lot of times we are so preoccupied and we are so focused that we don't take the time to rest. And we get so burnt out and we get so tired out and we feel like we're on a hamster wheel. And I feel like a lot of times that is because we don't take the time to rest and understand that the things and the knowledge and the realization and the epiphanies that we look for sometimes are in the rest, right? It's in the rest. A lot of times people are like, well, I can't even say people, I'm gonna talk about myself, okay? So a lot of times I'll be resting, I'll be lying down or lounging around or whatever, and I still feel the need to do something. I still feel the need to be distracted, because let's call a thing a thing. I feel like I still need to be distracted by different things. I could be sitting there reading a book and I have to have the TV on in the background. I gotta be playing music. I gotta be doing this on my phone. I don't give myself that time to just literally be and literally lay in the silence and get the downloads and get the messages and things of that nature. So this week, it may be very important that you kind of cut out all distractions and at least for 15 to 30 minutes a day, take some time out to just sit in the silence. I just said that in a live that I was a part of today. I have really been trying to practice taking at least an hour out of my day to just sit in silence. I don't want to talk to nobody. I don't want to hear nothing. I don't want to read nothing. I don't want to listen to nothing. I just want to be, right? So make sure you're doing that throughout your week, because you're going to start to see the seeds that you planted with this 7 of Pentacles start to come into fruition, right? We're coming into a time where you need to rest in order to prepare yourself for the things that you have planted, for the seeds that you have planted. Those seeds that I was talking about for like a month, last month, where I was telling you plant your seeds, get your things ready for spring, and these are the seeds that are starting to come into fruition as we complete and close out these cycles, right? But with this 4 of Pentacles being right in the middle of the reading, make sure you are creating a balance, right? Make sure you are managing and making smart decisions and not being too much on one end, right? Managing your resources, acknowledging the resources that you have that can make your job easier, right? Giving you more time to rest. So if you are heading into a new phase or heading into, a new project or whatever it is for you, that's why rest is so important. So you can manage the things that you are doing, right? And not being on one end of the spectrum too hard, right? Not being too giving, but not being too selfish, right? Finding a happy medium. Because with the Sun here, child, okay? Brilliant epiphanies that lead to magical opportunities. Plans that work out perfectly. Gratitude to the divine. Because all of these things, baby, is levels to this. Okay? So, in order for you to get to this Sun card, you're going to have to go through the levels. You're going to have to go down your checklist. And in order to do that, you need to rest. Okay? So, that is the name of the game for the week. Doing your due diligence to rest. So you can hit that checklist. You can make sure that things are the way that they need to be, where they need to be, how you would like them to be. But you got to rest in order to do that, okay? Because, baby, blessings on blessings on blessings, all right? This has been your weekly guidance for the week of May the 1st. If you have any questions, comments, and or concerns, make sure you hit them comments. Like I said, my books are closed for the month of May, but I will be possibly back in June with personal readings. But until then, you can head on over to my TikTok, which will be left in the description. And I will talk to y'all next week. Peace.